जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is a Tuesday. It is the 3rd of March, and it is Govinda Masa, Phalguna Masa, Sukla Paksham, Paurnami Tithi. Okay, so today is the Gaura Purnima, an appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the fasting until moonrise. Moonrise in London, it is up to 5:30, 5:40 p.m. today. That is approximate time, but kindly check in the local areas. Okay, so some lines from the special Vaishnava days. Okay, so today full fasting until moonrise, and best wait on breaking the fast until one has actually seen Lord Chaitanya's benediction moon, as recommended by Srila Prabhupada, and then take Ekadasi type prasada feast. Okay, from the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi chapter 1, the spiritual masters, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primal Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance, and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. And what the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord known as Supersoul is but his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with six opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as Son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves internally. Now, these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself in the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani. Although he is Krishna himself, desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone delicious through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi as the moon appeared from the ocean. These are the few lines. There are again so much of pastimes about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he is going to appear atavaham dharadami bhutva madbhakta rupa dhruv mayayam cha bhavishami kalu sankirtanagame. In this age of Kali Yuga, he appeared and disguised as himself as a devotee of the Lord, and then spread Kalau Sankirtanagame to spread Krishna consciousness movement, Sankirtana Yajna. And also by that, aham Uchit Brahman Sanyasashramam Ashritaha Hari Bhaktim Grahayami Kalu Papahatan Naran. By taking the Hari Bhakti, he would remove all the sins of the people. Instead of killing the people, he will remove all the sinful activities of the people. Again, Yata Pasyaha Pasate Rukmavarnam Kartaramesham Purusham Brahma Yonim. And whoever sees that golden form of the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will be immediately relieved from this material world. यदा पश्यः पश्यते रुक्मवर्णं कर्तारमीशं पुरुषं ब्रह्मयोनिम्. So there are many other pastimes that she has appeared. It is described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, second chapter, where all different kinds of quotations about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. Okay, so that auspicious day is today, and also today is also lunar eclipse is there. But exactly when the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on the day, at the time also there was a lunar eclipse. So today also there is a lunar eclipse, and today is again Lord's appearance day. Okay, so it comes together, um, and it is very auspicious for devotees to engage in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, giving charity, so many other auspicious things. Please take this opportunity to gain more spiritual effects. Okay, that is from the events perspective. There are a few other informations as well. I will share in the WhatsApp group later on. And also there is one more event is the Holi. So yesterday was the Holi Dahana, and today is the Holi festival where the deities are always decorated with different colors and they sprinkle the colors. And the people, devotees, they also celebrate very beautifully, especially in the Vrindavana, Barsana and Vrindavan. In those places and throughout the world as well, all our devotees. Okay, that is from the events perspective. For today, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni is speaking to Vidura. So during the Brahma's night time, whenever night time arrives, so during that time, everything, so that is by the time itself, so much of fire emanates from the mouth of the Ananta Shesha, and then all the three planetary systems they burn to the ashes later on, uh, and again that happens for 36,000 of human years, and that is equal to 100 celestial years. And similar that much of period later on, the oceans are inundated. And then big fierce winds, violent winds, and also big wurmis of gigantic waves like this, tsunamis like that. So those things will be happening for another 100 celestial years. So after that, everything will become quiet. So during that time, people of this Janaloka, they are offering their prayers to the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And where Lord is lying on the Ananta Shesha in his Yoga Nidra, so they offer their prayers. Antaha sa tasmin sarila aste anantasano harihi Yoga Nidra nimilakshaha suyamano janalayahi. Janalayahi. So in such a way, Maitreya Muni is speaking. So people of residents of Janaloka, they offer their prayers to Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. After saying that, Maitreya Muni, he mentions that people who are living in different planetary systems, they would live for 100 years. So on that planet, people live for 100 years. Brahma in his planet, he will live for 100 years. And Janaloka, they will also live for 100 years. And demigods live in their planet, their 100 years. Okay, likewise, it is mentioning. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 11, and verse number 33. But though once 100 years is relative, ants 100 years is different, human 100 years is different. Okay, they have got their own dimensions. एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः कालगत्योपलक्षितैः अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि परमायुः वयस्यतम् एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः. So thus, by the process of evam vidaihi ahoratrehi, days and nights, by days and evam vidaihi ahoratrehi. Aha is the day and ratri is the night time. Kalagatya upalakshitaihi, by advancement of the time, by such symptoms. Kalagatya upalakshitaihi, by such symptoms. Apakshitam ivasyapi, apakshitam, it is declining. Iva, just like asyapi, although, asya is his, api, although. Paramayuhu vayasyatam, paramayuhu, the duration of life. Vayaha is years, satam 100 years. So Brahma's day is like that, and then every day it happens. Likewise, he lived for 100 years. Paramayuhu vayasyatam. एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः कालगत्य उपलक्षितैः अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि परमायुः वयस्यतम्. Translation. Thus, the process of exhaustion of the duration of life exists for every one of the living beings, including Lord Brahma. One's life endures for only 100 years in terms of the times in the different planets. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Lalita Mataji to read this purport?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Every living being lives for 100 years in terms of the times in different planets for different entities. These 100 years of life are not equal in every case. The longest duration of 100 years belongs to Brahma. But although the life of Brahma is very long, it expires in the course of time. Brahma is also afraid of his death, and thus he performs devotional service to the Lord just to release himself from the clutches of illusory energy. Animals of course have no sense of responsibility, but even humans who have developed a sense of responsibility while away their valuable time without engaging in devotional service to the Lord. They live merrily unafraid of impending death. Unafraid of impending death. This is the madness of human society. The madman has no responsibility in life. Similarly, a human being who does not develop a sense of responsibility before he dies is no better than the madman who tries to enjoy material life very happily without concern for the future. It is necessary that every human being be responsible in preparing himself for the next life, even if he has a duration of life like that of Brahma, the greatest of all living creatures within the universe. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
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 Thank you, Mataji.
Thanks.
Okay. In this purport, Srila Prabhupada is describing that every living being lives for 100 years in terms of the times in different planets for different entities. Human 100 years may be different from a demigod's 100 years. Okay, so this is the formula. Again, these 100 years of life are not equal in every case. Everything is relative. Ants 100 years is different from Brahma's 100 years and human 100. So here, the longest duration of 100 years belongs to Brahma, but although the life of Brahma is very long for us, for him it is the same. It expires in due course of time. Brahma is also afraid of his death, and thus he performs devotional service to the Lord just to release himself from the clutches of illusory energy. There is again, Brahma was very when people who are taking birth on the earth, and he glorifies them that ये अभीतामपि च नो नृगतिं प्रपन्ना ज्ञानं च तत्त्वविषयं सह धर्मं यत्र नाराधनं भगवतो वितरिञ्च मुष्या सम्मोहिता विततया भतमाय याते. Oh demigods, we are all aspiring to take birth on the earth planet where we can execute devotional service and go back to the Vaikuntha planets permanently. We all desire for that one. But people who have taken birth and get this rare opportunity to take as birth as a human, but they do not engage themselves in the devotional service because of greedy, lusty, and anger. They engage in such a way, waste all of their life. It is again illusion energy of the Lord. Brahma says that one. तान् सोच्य सोचान् विधो न सोचे हरेः कथयां विमुखान् घेन क्षिणोति देवो अनिमिषस्तु येषाम् आयुर्वृधावाद गति स्मृतीनाम् आयुर्वृधावाद गति स्मृतीनाम् Maitreya, when Maitreya Muni was describing, Vidra says in his words that I'm just worried about all people of this material world, how they are wasting their life, how killing themselves for no reason, for a greedy thing. But they're putting stake of the valuable human life. It is also mentioned that one person, for the sake of one spirit soul, even though one can put the entire world as a stake. But people, they're putting for silly thing, for meaningless things, many lives at the stakes. So ignorant. So here one has to be fearlessness. One has to achieve the akuto bhayam. This comes by the cultivation of the knowledge and detachments and engaging themselves in the devotional service. Jnana vairagya yuktena bhakti yuktena yoginah. Kshemaya padamulam Kshemaya padamulame pravishanti akuto bhayam. When he is engaged in the jnana, vairagya, and devotional service, he would, taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, he will attain akuto bhayam, fearlessness. But anyway, things would happen without his without his consent. By the nature, everything will happen. But what he can do, he can attain the fearlessness. And here, but animals, of course, have no sense of responsibility, but even humans who have developed a sense of responsibility while away their valuable time without engaging in devotional service to the Lord, they live merrily unafraid of impending death. This one we see, like, even though there are so many things in the world, many people are being died and killed, and in so many other ways, animals are also being slaughtered. But here, one person is still working very hard, struggling very hard, day and night to make. So this is how to become very happy. Dukkena sukha hetave. Yam yam adham upadhate dukkena sukha hetave. Tam tam dhunoti bhagavan puman sochiti yet kurute. When people struggling very hard to earn money by dukkena sukha hetave, for the sake of being happiness. Tam tam dhunoti Bhagavan, the Lord will take all of their money in terms of the mortgages and rents and bills and then diseases, education. All the money will be spent. It will be just gone from the pocket. Puman sochati yet kurte, and then he will lament. This is automatically happens. One may think that oh, we are sending or we are getting all those things, but at the end, what do we achieve by spending and all hard work? But again, one who has gone through the hard work in the beginning of the life, they will also struggle later on as well. Of course, there are in different perspectives, but here, whatever we cultivate in the beginning, the mood needs to be set correctly. For example, a doctor is studying by spending millions of pounds, but what is his aim? To earn more money. To earn more money. That is the only motive. There is no other purpose. There are very few people, but proportionate is very less, who are like a charitable and work for the society for the well-being of everyone. They are very less. Everyone all motivated by the greedy and lusty. So they are kind. It is mentioned like they no sense of responsibility. So this is the madness of human society. The madman has no responsibility in life. Similarly, a human being who does not develop a sense of responsibility before he dies is no better than the madman who tries to enjoy material life very happily without concern for the future. So this is Tesham Pramatto Nidhanam Pasyannapi na pasyati Dehapatra Kalitradisu Atmasainyeshu Asasvapi Tesham Pramatto Nidhanam Pasyannapi na pasyati. Even though he is saying that everyone are being died, but he does not see it for himself. Okay, this is how the madness is. Okay. It is necessary that every human being be responsible in preparing himself for the next life, even if he has a duration of life like that of Brahma, the greatest of all living creatures within the universe. So here Brahma is again afraid of his death as well. In the Brahma Veda Purana, there is a conversations between Brahma and Narada Muni. And Brahma asks Narada Muni, get married and then expand the progeny. But Narada Muni, he resists. He doesn't want. But Brahma says, so if you're not able to carry, then I will also engage myself in the devotional service. I will go back to Golok Vrindavan very quickly. But what use is there for me to engage in this universal affairs to manage? And Lord gave me these instructions to create and expand the progeny and giving opportunity for all the people to cultivate spiritually. But if the children are not listening, then what purpose is there for me? Why should I engage? I also engage myself in the devotional service, go back to Golok. So that is the Brahma's mode when he was speaking to Narada Muni, and Narada Muni was just a bit this thing. Okay, so here one has to engage himself in the devotional service, and at the same time he can carry out his duties. But here the main point is the path is the devotional service. That must not be uh, left at any point of time. First, we need to establish that one first and make all other adjustments accordingly. Then life become perfect. Okay, likewise, Prabhupada is mentioning that is their responsible. Every human being be responsible in preparing himself for the next life. Okay. Apart from that, everyone's life is taken away by the sunrise and sunset. Ayur harati vaipumsam buddhinnastam chennaso tasyadde yatchunonita uttama shloka vartaya. Except the devotees of the Lord who are engaging in discussing the topics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. न ते अजरक्षिप्रमिरायुरेशं त्रयोदशारं त्रिशतं षष्टिपर्व षट्नीमि अनन्तचेति यत्रिणाभिः कराळश्रुतो जगदाचेद्यदावत्. Again, Kaddama Prajapati in his praise describing that time wheel. This is nothing except those devotees who are engaging in the transcendental topics of the Lord. Everyone's life is being taken away by the Kala Chakra. Okay, so here Maitreya Muni is mentioning to Vidra that everyone's life is 100 years in terms of times in different planets. Okay, so that is from this shloka here. एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः कालगत्योपलक्षितैः अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि परमायुः वयस्यतम्. Can I request all devotees to follow line by line? एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः
एवं
एवं
एवं विधे अहोरात्रैः
कालगत्य उपलक्षितैः
कालगत्योपलक्षितैः
अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि
अपक्षितम्
अपक्षितम्
परमायुः वयस्यतम्.
परमायुः
Once more. एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः कालगत्य उपलक्षितैः अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि
अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि
परमायुः वयस्यतम्
परमायुः वयसतं
वयस्यतम्
एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः
एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः
कालगत्या उपलक्षितैः
कालगत्योपलक्ष्यैः
अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि
अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि
परमायुः वयस्यतम्
परमायुः वयस्यतं
Can I request devotees take a turn to recite? Saranya Mataji, would you like to go first?
हरे कृष्ण एवं विदैः अहोरात्रैः कालगत्योपलक्षितैः अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि परमायुर्वयः सतम्
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Hemlata Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna everyone. एवं विधिः अहोरात्रिः कालगत्या उपलक्षितः अपाक्षितं कालगत्या उपलक्षितः अपाक्षितम् इव अस्यापि परमायुवयः सतम् हरे कृष्ण
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु एवं विदहि अहोरात्रैः कालकत्या उपलक्षितैः अभक्षितम् इवास्यापि परमायुर्वयः सदम्
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. And Gauringi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी एवं विदैरहोरात्रे कालगत्योपलक्षितैः अपचितमेवास्यापि परमायुर्वयः सतम् हरे कृष्ण
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Evam videhi ahoratrehi kalagatyopalakshitaha apakshitam ivasyapi parmayuhu vayaha shatam. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Devi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी एवं विदैर् अहोरात्रैः कालगत्योपलाक्षितः अपक्षितं विवश्यापि परमायुर्व्यहासितम् हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण एवं विधिरहोरात्रे कालगत्यो उपलक्षिते अपक्षित इवास्यापि परमायुवयसतम्
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु एवं विधै अहोरात्रिः कालगत्या उपलक्षितः अपक्षितम् इवस्यापि परमायुः वयः सतम्
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, this one, Upalakshitaihi, Evam Vidaihi, Ahoratraihi, Kalagatya Upalakshitaihi, Taihi, it comes Taihi, all Taihi. Um, Apakshitam Ivasyapi, Paramayuhu Vahesatam. Okay, can I request next, Ramela Prabhuji, please?
हरे कृष्ण एवं बहिरहोरात्रिः कालगता उपलक्षिता अपलक्षितम् इवशपि परमायुर्वयो शतम्
Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, Sanchita Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण एवं विद्यैः अहोरात्रैः काल कालगत्योपक्षितैः अपक्षितम् इवास्यापि परमायो वयः शतम् हरे कृष्ण
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. एवं विधेः अहोरात्रैः कालगत्योपलक्षितैः अपक्षितमिवास्यापि कर्मयोगयः सतम्.
Very nice. Beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Hangma Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Evam vider ahoratrihi kala gatyopalakshitehi apakshitam ivasyapi parmayurvayaha satam. Hare Krishna.
Beautiful. And also, would you like to read Mataji translation, please?
Translation. Thus, the process of the exhaustion of the duration of life exists for every one of the living beings, including Lord Brahma. One's life endures only One's lives endure for only 100 years in terms of time in different planets. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Evam vidaihi ahoratraihi kalaghatya upalakshitaihi apakshitam ivasyapi paramayuhu vayasatam. Everyone has got their 100 years. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. And we shall know to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter to Satsvarupa, March 24th, 1971, Bombay. Hangma Mataji, would you also read this letter, Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My dear Satswarupa, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 12 February 1971 and have noted the contents carefully. It is very encouraging news to hear that we have one new center in mm, Amherst, Mass, amidst so many prominent colleges. So the devotees there should be very actively engaged in preaching at these schools and specially introducing our literatures as well as teaching any classes if that is possible. We have got so many centers. Now we should concentrate on developing the existing centers nicely rather than randomly opening new ones. If our temple has to close down, it is a great discredit. So we should work in such a way that all our centers may prosper. According to your letter, you should have received the new deities by now. These big deities should be installed in a big throne, and then the small deities may be transferred to a smaller temple if you wish. I shall be going to, and if you want, I shall go to Boston also. Why not? In the meantime, you can have several sets of very nice dresses, prepared ornaments, etc., and keep them ready. So far as Jitsu Kanada going to, sorry, I'm not sure, Prabhuji, how to pronounce that.
Chit Sukananda.
So far as Jitsu Kananda going to replace Brahmananda Maharaja, whose last report was from London, where he is raising funds for going to Karachi. I have just received one letter from him dated 3rd March 1971 saying that he is in LA making final arrangements for opening Mexico City branch. So who shall go to Tallahassee? Please offer my blessings to the others, hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Can you take your thanks, Mataji?
So here he's very happy. Prabhuji is very happy that one more new center has been opened, but I'm not sure about the location. It says Amherst, Mass, so I don't know where that would exactly be, or and but he says it is very encouraging that they have been able to open so many centers around globally as well, and they are all running successfully. And now ever being so wise, he also knows that opening is not only enough, that it has to run and go on well, so that we don't have to close it down. And he had that vision for that, for the future, for the long term as well, that we have to focus on how to keep them running. So he's asking them to focus on more on teaching and introducing more literatures, and focus on um, keeping on running them, so that there won't be any discredit if it closes down. But yeah, so and then he's asking everybody to dedicate themselves and focus in that way, so that it will go on for a very long time. And also about the deities. So it must be for the new center that has recently opened. And so he has instructed that how the deities should be placed, and where the smaller one should be transferred to. And um, and yes, about the last paragraph, Prabhuji, yes, a bit confusion in that one. I think it was about replacement for the temple head, maybe. Or I'm so sorry, Prabhuji, I couldn't recognize. And yes, and he's also asking whereabouts, about who is going to go to Tallahassee. And yes, Prabhuji. Mainly, this letter was about opening the new centers, um, and then getting information about where all the whereabouts are happening, and where the centers opening are standing. Yes, Prabhuji, that's it, Prabhuji.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, any other comments, dear devotees? Yes, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Dhamma Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna is actually this is the essence part for our movement. Actually, preaching is very important. Even who are taking sannyas today, I know that is one of the very his devotee. He is taking sannyas by His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. So he was a good book distributor. So the preaching is very essential, mm, and how to connect with the people. Actually, it should be compassionate minded. Otherwise, they cannot do, because they are helping to them. Not we cannot see the world. Well, sorry, we can see the world, but we cannot have vision for the next part. You read already the Bhagavatam. Only we have 100 years. That is the maximum 100 years. Actually, in this age now, many disease, many calamities, many things is going on. Even for example, COVID time, suddenly life finished. So, so that's why we have to consider the life is durationally less, but as a devotee, they have to give this knowledge. Every sunrise and sunsetting, our life is go, pass away. But what we have to do? We have to focus on uh, our destination. We have to connect the destination to higher, not planet actually, to liberation. Because this planet also, even Brahma's life, you already mentioned, it is also considered as a material platform. Although he has how many trillions years, even though it's a short time. And this is Prabhupada always in the mentioning, going to preach, and sometimes even educational place, business place, wherever you can connect people and give books. Because the educational place, people can connect. Maybe you can, maybe success or may not success, but you have to do that. And Prabhupada, his personal experience, how challenge it was, it is, he did in India. He all days, even he has given his magazine, Back to Godhead magazine, and people has no interest, even entering in the restaurant or other, even in India, they busy with other things, maybe political news, maybe whatever the thing, or exciting as sports, other things, but they don't like to read the magazine. That's even in the educational place, he did also. You can find him in Prabhupada Lilamrita, how he devoted his life in India, book distribution. Although it was success or failure is not the question, because it was Bhagavad Gita is mentioned. Whatever you do for me, no, Shubha Shubham. Whatever good or bad doesn't matter. It is because your mind Krishna read, he can read. And only sometimes it is also considered books also, even Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, whatever Prabhupada message. This is also, this is Nityananda, actually expansion of Lord. Expansion of Lord, because to inviting Lord Krishna or Mahaprabhu. So we have to consider this is the very important point. Always Prabhupada mentioned, go to book distribution, go for preaching and do book distribution, especially he selects some place in the educational place or other things. So this is the important thing actually. And other part also already covered, but actually this is the essence part already mentioned, and it is the another place also he mentioned to have the deity installation. Or in the beginning, the Armhurst, actually it is a Manhattan, actually nearby Boston Temple, actually in USA. And yes. So, and Prabhupada was happy because in the different many temples, many centers there. So at that time in Prabhupada time, now is the number is increasing and increasing. And second part is the deity worship, also very important. Always Prabhupada mentioned deity worship. We are praying to Lord to bring, to invite Lord to come here. Through his special mercy, he can manifest, he can bring here. And deity is a divine power, it is positive energy. So it is very important to, we have to do as a devotee or whatever, we have to do the deity worship. And because of the deity worship, actually, it is considered actually devotion. Actually, deity worship actually bhakti. Actually, actually it is considered as a Lord Krishna or whatever the ultimate Krishna prem. Actually, ultimate goal is Krishna prem. So actually, it is considered as a Prabhupada always emphasize deity worship. And why it is? It is coming as a pure bhakti, pure devotion, and it is also allow us to cleanliness. What is cleanliness? Not only external cleanliness, is a internal cleanliness. Whenever we do some service for our deity, we have to think about externally pure. We have to clean, taking bath, washing, everything. But even though our other talking, other gossip also going out, other way of engaging our mind has to be eliminated. And it is internal purity also bring us. And also it also another thing as a regulatory is bring us as a principle, or how does the our basic principle, regulatory principle, whatever we know that regulatory principle, as well as regulatory principle 4, and additionally as a one regulatory principle also, we have to chant minimum 16 rounds. So then we can do that. And also we can offer our bhoga. This is as engaging our senses, our mind, because it's a body, mind, everything has to be engaged whenever we do deity worship. There are many things we can mention as a deity worship, but it's a long way to mention. But it is making us punctuality, disciplined our life, and whatever the things. Actually, whatever. it is actually also coming as servitude attitude. It is Seva, I am doing service because my whatever we do, we can do many other things. Prabhupada mentioned, you can do nonsense thing, but engage your mind, body. And this is higher taste, actually. Higher taste we are telling. And we have prayed to Lord, please give us, so that give higher taste. Who can engage in devotional service, deity worship, they can feel it, how connection. We have to think about my deity. If I don't feed him, who will feed him? So this is also bring us a responsibility, and responsibility in many ways. We have to engage our mind, body, our consciousness. So this is the servitude attitude, this pureness. And what is the, if we serve to Lord, and He will allow us, what is the life after life suffering, He will from that Maya escape, binding of Maya, He can promote us, or He can make us liberated, because in the spiritual planet we have to do service. So this is the actually many things, but actually it is coming from um, what is the guru, respecting guru and respecting scripture also. Because whatever we are doing, the deity worship, it is coming from deity scripture as well. And this is make us humbleness, and another thing, it is engaging our community or family or whatever the things. This is very important. Deity worship is very nice. And Prabhupada mentioned nice dresses, set up, ornaments, many other, keep everything ready. Because this is in dressing, because we, in our material life, whatever any event, whatever we do, any event we do, we like to dress up, new dress. For example, in New Year or Puja festival, whatever, we dress ourselves. Those who are gratify their senses, they are doing, they are decorated their body there, but it is for their sense and enjoyment. But as a devotee, always think about how to dress up my deity, how to bring flower, incense also. It is also deity place also is very, very, perfume will come, is very nice for them, ornaments, they have to decorate for this. This is Prabhupada instruction always, but we are very, I feel ecstasy about this, about the deity and installment of deity, and it is necessary, and we have to offer. This is our devotional service. Whatever we are doing, many way we can tell. Whatever we are doing, we have to focus on how to serve our deity. Deity is the essence, our way of thinking. Because we can go to temple, we can do this is fine, but at home also we have to make our deity. Grihe, that is, home should be temple in the mandir. So, and this is the, we have to think about very nicely. And another thing also, Prabhupada always focus on how to London temple. London temple also, many, many letters we find how to, he was thinking, but he connecting. At the beginning, something problem, something wrong, financial, many other, it's a difficult, challenging part. But at the end, it is, and he set up some others to how to manage them, to manage the temple. It's a nice way to going on, and we remember that now. How nice is it if you visit in the show temple, actually the Prabhupada temple, deity, special deity, and Prabhupada, how nice. This is very cool place. We can japa, we can do whatever. This very special taste. It's difficult to explain, but it's very important. And another thing also, Prabhupada always mentioned is how to preach in the Karachi, how to preach a different place. And also there is in this letter also he mentioned go to Mexico and some other place, and so many other place, and he set up his agenda. We have to visit this place, we have to do this. Everything is linked with either in this setup installation of deity or initiation or many other program will be. Whenever is a pure devotee visit some place, there's many other events is side by side is coming. So he did everything nicely, and he connected everything. He can see whatever he can see. We cannot imagine how he can see sitting one place and he can see everywhere. how is going on, everything. This is the power of special power of pure devotee. So maybe another way to say, but another way, for example, what about Brahma heard only 4 texts and he realized about everything. And side by side, increasing in the number. But for us, it was given 18,000 of text for Bhagavatam. So we have to, so even though we cannot understand, or we need a lot of explanation, but Prabhupada, whatever he has understood, he explained every letter. So in the today is a Gaur Purnima, we have to understand, we have to think how they are doing, how we can imagine sometimes in the Karachi, how people are doing. Karachi is a very risky place. Even preacher can be many ways, their life threatening position. But we can think about how they did. So anyway, I am not repeating, but one thing I have to mention, even we cannot go to Karachi, even we cannot do other place, we can do at home also. The deed worship. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada. Sir. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautifully explained, reflecting so many points. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. Okay, so today is Tuesday. Evening is preaching practice session at 8 p.m. And again, evening japa 6:30 p.m. And again, day devotees who are doing Lakshmi contributions. Today is again auspicious day, lunar eclipse day, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance day until 2 p.m. And then after 2 p.m., we will be making contributions to the whatever we have raised as of today. Until 2 p.m., we will be sending it to the Bhaktivinoda temple. Okay. And then also historical, there is 171 pounds is raised for that one. That will also be sent. And also Narsimha prayers. So I think we have got enough amount. We will pay that amount as well today itself on behalf of our Sangha towards Narsimha Chaturdasi Abhishek. Okay, these are updates from me. And the devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, just is a little request. Maybe today is the special day. That is, if we recite only one text from Chaitanya Charitamrita, that will be nice. Special honoring for Mahaprabhu. If you have everybody else.
I think we did that Prabhuji earlier.
Okay, okay. I see. Yeah.
Okay, we shall
Yeah,
read.
yeah, any, thank you.
We shall read one more excerpt from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, chapter 3, the external reasons for appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya considered the meaning of the verse in this way, not finding any way to repay the debt he owes to one who offers him a tulsi leaf and water. Lord Krishna thinks, there is no wealth in my possession that is equal to a tulsi leaf and water. Thus, Lord liquidates the debt of the offering himself to the devotee. Considering in this way, Acharya began worshipping the Lord. Thinking the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, he constantly offered tulsi birds in water from the Ganges. He appealed to Sri Krishna with loud calls and thus made it possible for Krishna to appear. Therefore, the principal reason for Sri Chaitanya's descent is this appeal by Advaita Acharya. The Lord, the protector of religion, appears by the desire of his devotee. O my Lord, you always dwell in the vision and hearing of your pure devotees. You also live in their lotus-like hearts, which are purified by devotional service. O my Lord, who are glorified by exalted prayers, you show special favor to your devotees by manifesting yourself in the eternal forms in which they welcome you. The essence of the meaning of this verse is that Lord Krishna appears in all his innumerable eternal forms because of the desires of his pure devotees. Thus, I have surely determined the meaning of the fourth verse. Lord Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya appeared as an incarnation to preach unalloyed love of God. Okay, this is another excerpt. I shall share all of this one in the WhatsApp too. Thank you so much. Okay, that is one more excerpt from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. Okay, dear devotees, if you have got anything to share, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall continue with further japa.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, today is fasting until the whole day. We have
Until moonrise, Prabhuji. In London, it is 5:30 to 5:40. That is approximate time. One can do definitely after 5:40. You can break the fast. And then with Ekadasi Prasadam.
so today is the Ekadashi Prasadam at the night.
Yes, that is one can break it with the later and he can have after that.
Right.
Generally, we take the water and then fruit and then Ekadasi Prasadam, later on grain Prasadam like that.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, just quickly to this, I wanted to ask, like, is this a Nirjala one, or I mean, it's depend upon our like sankalpa whether we want to do Nirjala or just with water.
Generally, it goes with Sankalpa Mataji. Everyone,
Oh, yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Hare Krishna.
yes, some devotees they do Nirjala until moonrise, and then some people they take some milk and water, some they take fruits, some they are on Ekadasi Prasadam. But generally, it is recommended that not taking anything. That is best. Again, it is Sankalpa based on their health and bodily circumstances. Okay, so that any other updates? Otherwise, we shall conclude.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
You said you got enough contribution for the Narasimha Chaturdashi as well, Prabhu?
Yes, there is some enough contributions in the sense
Okay.
there is some general fund as well. So it is auspicious day, so we pay to Saurabh Prabhuji who has made that uh, booking for the Nasimha Abhishek. So
Oh, so Narasimha Abhishek we haven't get enough, right?
yes, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, no problem. I just put in today for that Gaurav Purnima special occasion for TikTok. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Mataji. But Nasimha Abhishek, that fundraise, it will go until 31st of March.
Okay, then we can do today's one Gaurav Purnima and then we can after Gaurav Purnima can do that Narasimha Abhishek. Okay.
Yes, Mataji. From tomorrow also you can make it, but we have got some enough, so we will make that one on this auspicious day. That's all.
Okay, so I can put some specific. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mataji. Because that amount is fixed, so we know how much we needed to pay for that one in the temple Abhishek.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay, for today.
Any excess things will go to the further events like Vyasa Puja and those services in the BV Manor. The funds coming to BV Manor with reference, they will go to other services.
Thank you, Prabhu.
That's it. Okay, so we conclude for now. वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Namo
नमः
Namo.
अनन्तकोटिवैष्णववृन्द की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय
Jai.
हे कृष्ण कांचित everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Happy
Happy
good Purnima to all our
Hare
beloved devotees. Hare
Hare
Krishna
Thank you,
and their
Mataji.
families.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, everyone. Happy Gaura Purnima to everyone.
Lord Mahaprabhu
Hare Krishna.
ki
Jai.
Jai.
Nityananda
Gauranga.
Gauranga
Gauranga
Nityananda
Nityananda.
Nanda.
Nityananda
Gauranga
Gauranga.
Gauranga.
Hariva.
Hari
Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.